Okay, what up, tubers? We're back for some more Sealed on Arena. This time we're going to do the Sealed Baldur's Gate event here. I have been informed that there is one of those MCQs or something, or like some qualifier event this weekend, which will be Sealed of Baldur's Gate. So I think we should probably give it a try or two. Today is, of this recording, I'm recording this on Monday the 11th of July. And so I guess the event will be on the 16th of July, 2022. So if you're watching this before July 16th, 2022, yeah, you can get some prep for the event. Otherwise, well, thanks for watching, and hit that like and subscribe. We'll jump into the event, see what goodies we can open. The nice thing about Sealed, you get all the time in the world to read your cards, because man, do these have a lot of text on them. All right, so this is one of the reprints. Don't think it's probably worth playing in Sealed. Depends. Weil or Will, Pact-Bound Duelist. So it's a 4/4 with an Act of Treason type effect on it. And then Specialized 2. When this specializes, you may sacrifice another creature or an artifact. If you do, untap it. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by additional main phase. Interesting. So, if you wait to play this until you have 7 mana, you can steal something from the opponent that costs 4 or less, and then sacrifice it to flip it. And then, obviously, it has a bunch of other abilities. Okay, so you can get a lot of value depending on which one you turn into. This is 6 mana, 4/4, Death Touch, Lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. Target opponent loses life equal to the amount of life they lost this turn, or you gain life equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. It's pretty good. Displacer Kitten. This is one that's making a lot of rounds in Vintage. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to one target non-land permanent you control, then return that card to the battlefield under zone of control. So, a nice flicker here whenever you cast a non-creature. 7 mana, draw X cards, lose X life, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Target player. Interesting. Target player draws X cards and loses X life. Ooh, because it's target, that might actually be playable and Sealed. Like, you can use this on yourself if you have the life and the time. Or you can cast this on your opponent to, like, fireball them. I guess it's based on the number of cards in that person's graveyard, but anyways. Baba Lysaga, Night Witch. 4 mana, 4/4, sack up to 3 permanents if there were 3 or more card types among the sacrifice permanents. Each opponent loses 3, you gain 3, and you draw 3. That's pretty good as well. Just a baseline 4/4 with a pretty decent ability. Okay. So Sealed deck builder on Arena is obviously awful, and what you can do is you can export your deck lists or your pool to an external site if you want to and build there, but I'm just going to build it here. So thing I always do is just pull out, and I guess this is going to be harder since I don't know this format as well, pull out all of the playable cards and then build a deck from there. Although I can tell you right now our white does not look very good. We have a Priest of Ancient Lore. Hippogriffs is okay. Yeah, white looks really bad. Blue looking pretty bad as well. What is this? Vol, Scholar of Prophecy. On this special, remove all study counters from it. Oh wait, no, it's a wait. So it's a 3 mana 2/1 looter on the front side. Okay. So good value card there. There's the Kitten. Clone effect. Yeah, so that doesn't look very good. Target opponent reveals each non-land card. That's not terrible. At the very least, you get to cycle it. Although it looks like you always lose 2 life. Yeah. Ghouls with some Deadly Disputes. Grim Bounty. Some decent black looking removal here. This gives a creature double team. Interesting. Deals 2 damage to each non-dragon creature. That's not bad. Craving of Yanagu. That's actually kind of solid, honestly. Interesting. There's the Wild Pact Bound Duelist. Couple of Druidic Rituals. Those are just okay. Underseller Myconid's kind of nice. Owlbear's good. Herd Gorgers are good. Oh, we got some multicolored cards. OG, the Exquisite Blade. My head's in the way, but it's a solid enough 4-drop. Minthara of the Absolute. This is the one that pumps your other creatures. Yeah, it's decent. There's that Astarion. That's good. That's good. Kaga Shadow Archdruid. Mill. That's just okay. Only one Prophetic Prism and a Meteor Golem. Alright, we're probably going to be running the Prophetic Prism and the Meteor Golem no matter what we end up doing. It's going to be hard for me not to run. Like, maybe some color Abzan combination could be good. Our black looked okay. How was our... Well, I guess our white wasn't very good. There's not much fixing in this format, is there? Maybe I need to run this Lantern of Revealing. What does this do? That's the factor fiction from the graveyard. Not being able to play the Wild kind of sucks, but I don't know if red is playable at all here. I think we do want to go like green, black, maybe splash white. Splash like Guiding Bolt and Priest. I don't know about the Shambling Ghast. I guess maybe... This doesn't seem that good unless we want to do Self-Mill. Those are solid. This is good enough. Oops. Yeah, maybe the Pact is not good enough here. And then we would run the Gate. I don't know. The rituals seem good. Like double rituals with the spoils. We definitely want the Myconids for fixing the Owlbears and the Hill Giants. We can like play all of those maybe. Not sure if this is good. Seems okay though. Not a huge fan of Manticore. Let's see what the curve looks like right now. Let's see. That's worth splashing. So yeah, green, black as a baseline, splashing white seems fine. That's filler, I suppose. I'm worried about my early game. There's not much early play here. So maybe we do need to run some random ghouls, but these don't seem very good in the deck. I guess they're just baseline 2/2s that can give you a little bit of value. Generally in sealed, what you're trying to do is just play your most powerful cards. And we do get the majority of them. We are just not playing this, though, which could be wrong. But my red, otherwise, is not good enough to play, it seems like. This is a flicker. Is this good enough to splash too? I don't have any synergies here. A couple of synergies. I can flicker the bear, flicker the giants. Flicker priest, I guess, is really good. Flicker spawn's okay. I mean, maybe I'm cut these druidic rituals. Target opponent reveals each non-creature, non-land card in their hand. You choose a card reveals what plays. Yeah, that's worth playing for sure. I don't know, these ghouls feel out of place, but there's something to do early on. But maybe the 2 deadly disputes aren't very good. They have to be good, right? Fixing and card draw, and like we have a double Myconid to sacrifice some saplings or whatever. I think Saravok might not be worth it. Well, I guess that's fine. No, that's probably good enough. Maybe this isn't worth it? Yeah, I don't think I like that card. Maybe it plays out better than it is, but I'm gonna cut it. I also don't like Horde Robber. It's just something to do on turn 2, but generally speaking, that card doesn't do anything. Unless you have it specifically on turn 2, you know? I guess maybe we can cut this since we've cut all of the graveyard relevant cards. Yeah, that's probably fine to cut. And then one more cut seems right. Maybe it is just the Ettercap. I don't know. There appear to be a lot of flyers, right? There are a decent number of flyers in this format, right? Fly. Maybe not so many, but there are some. What's my creature count at 16? I mean, we can shave one creature. I guess maybe one of the ghouls is fine to cut. Just means I don't have a lot of early game, but in sealed, things tend to be slower anyways. So this is okay. Let's try it like this. Run the gate to Mannerborn. All of these gates are fantastic. Splashing for 4 white cards. And right now we have Prism, 2 Myconids, Lantern, 2 Disputes, and some other treasure production. So we don't need too many planes. 3 at the very maximum. Might even shave down to 2. Definitely need at least 7 forests and swamps. Well, actually, we don't need as many forests because of our we have no green plays until like turn 3 at the earliest. Let's go down to 2 plains, and I think I'm gonna go 8 swamps, 7 green sources. That seems right. Okay. I'm not sure if this was intended as a format to really play sealed with. It seems like it's probably better for draft, but again, because of the upcoming arena qualifier being sealed, it's good practice. So let's excuse me, let's give this a shot, and hopefully the deck building was informative. We'll see how the gameplay plays out as well. Alright, after a 3-minute queue time. Is nobody playing this sealed format? Hand looks pretty good here on the play. Got a turn 3 Myconid. Some removal, some fat. Opponent is on green-white Jaheira. Yeah, that's a nice one. This is hexproof from artifacts and enchantments. Okay. Even drew our combo of Deadly Dispute with our little token. So they can turn this into a 3/4 with some random abilities. But just gonna take 2. That's fine. Some more. So they're probably on like the light green-white life gainish deck, but this is sealed, so who knows what they actually have, right? I don't think we actually need to bother Grim Bountying the Jaheira right now, though. I think we'd rather just pass. Unicorn. Okay, that is pretty good. So that with the Shepherd and the life gain can be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pop off my token right now for 2 cards and a treasure. Oh, that's nice. Wow, these are all very good draws. Okay. Specializes at sorcery speed, right? Yeah, perfect. So I can... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to use up our mana this turn. It seems better to save this for later, right? I mean, this can kill a creature or planeswalker as well. I think we're going to kill both the Unicorn and the Jaheira this turn, though. With the Bounty and the Plague. Oh, I guess this develops at a 3/3. Yeah, never mind. Let's do that. We'll play out the Meteor Golem. I'm stupid! I was going to kill the Jaheira with this. Alright, I messed up. So, read the cards. I just gave the opponent a free 3/3 to kill with the Meteor Golem. I knew there was a reason I was going to go for the 2 kill. Now they can just discard and kill the Meteor Golem. That's really bad. Okay. Yeah, so remember, this has hexproof from artifacts and enchantments, so I couldn't target it with the Meteor Golem, and I realized that immediately after casting it. I said the play I was supposed to make and then didn't do it. So now I take 6 here, and they pump up their Shepherd to a 3/4. Oh man, I might have just thrown the game. But this is why we learn. This is why we play. Mistakes not to be made in the future. Don't really care about their life gain here. Good draw. Let's go ahead and do this. I think we want to save the bounty, actually. We can use the Sewer Plague to shrink one of these creatures when it attacks, and it'll keep getting shrunk at the beginning of their upkeep, so... In fact, we'd probably shrink the Shepherd at this point, although we could also just trade for one of our creatures like this. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, they have their own giant. So let's go ahead and plague the Jaheira now. And then we can kill off their Herd Gorger. I'm only going to attack for 2 here and leave up the Myconid so I can activate the gate. So, I mean, we should be crushing them a little bit harder than we are, but we're still in a good spot, it looks like. This only pumps once, right? Yeah. Okay, let's play out the Ghast. Play out our giant. I don't think there's any reason we should be holding lands versus green-white. So they get to flicker their Owlbear, draw an extra card. That's pretty solid. You know what? I might try playing that that 7 mana card. If this is how sealed events are gonna go. Ooh. Let's take a peek at their hand. That's pretty nice. So they have a creature in their hand then, right? Reveals each non-creature, non-land. So they have a creature in their hand. It's a good draw. It's a surprise blowout here. If they double block in a weird way, we can Deadly Dispute, sacrifice our Shambling Ghast to give something -1/-1. Fine. Oh, activate only on your turn, not activate once a turn. All right. This is why we read cards. Sheesh. Well, that's a huge mistake on my part to have attacked. With my 7/6, that is to say. So this one only turns into a 5/5. Okay, so we can go like this. Chump. And then stack the gas to give the stalwart -1/-1. Alright, we're learning. We're learning. That's a good draw. That's a really good draw. Okay. We can put them down to 1 if they don't block here. And then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Kind of want to play out a big 2/5. I think I like that. We have Death Touch Lifelink on this thing, so them double pumping doesn't do anything. Right, as long as I just don't take lethal, we win. Okay. Well, made a bunch of mistakes, but we learned from it. We learned from it, and we're still going to end up winning anyways, so that was good. That was good. Mistakes were made, but things were learned. So in the end, a net positive, and we still got the victory. Yeah. Get some practice in, kids, before you play an event like this. We'll go to round 2. Alright, on to round number 2. After the silliness of round 1, where I didn't know what cards did. But that's okay. You read the card, and then you read it again. I think a lot of times, especially for me, we get into the habit of just assuming what a card does after reading like the first couple of sentences. Just because Magic has so many, you know, like effectively reprints and whatnot. So we see a card and then we just fill in the blanks, you know. So for that unicorn, I thought it said once a turn, but no, it said use only during your turn. Anyways, red-white, they're on the play. They have no early game plays through turn 3. So I'm guessing the first thing I play here might get burnt by like a not fire prophecy, dragon's fire. So instead of playing the Myconid out, I could definitely just play Lantern of Revealing and try to more ensure that Owlbear hits on turn 4. But that being said, even if they did kill the Myconid, I would still have a 4/4 for 4 mana on turn 4 anyways, so seems like it's still worth it to run out the Myconid in case. Because we'd rather go Myconid, high roll, play the Owlbear next turn, and then have Baba survive, because this will take over in the later game, right? If 3 or more card types were among the sacrifice each point. Well, I mean, I suppose this is going to be hard to trigger. I do have an artifact, though, and they do have a weaponry. Okay. That's fine. So, in fact, I don't actually care if they kill the Baba here. Though we do have the way to turn it on, creature, land, and artifact. Effectively, this is just a 4/4 for 4 with potential upside in our deck. But that is a very good upside, no doubt, and it's possible I shouldn't have played this out still. Like, playing out the Saravok might have been just as good, legitimately. We can turn this into the green one, or the black one. Actually, you know what? Because I have my artifact in my hand, I probably shouldn't have played this out. This is just way too much value. Sacrificing a sapling, a land, and then the lantern to draw 3 cards is probably OP. That's kind of scary. Okay. How badly do I want to go ahead and draw 3 cards this turn? I think I like that play a lot. Let's go lantern, land, spawn. They go. And if they attack with the Asterion, what I can do is, since this doesn't trample, I can block with one of my 1/1s. And then use the Baba Lysaga's ability. Enchant creature or planeswalker you don't control. When it enters the battlefield, conjure a card named Soldier of the Watch. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay, so we want to do this now in response. Nice, and Sewer Plague can go ahead and kill Asterion. I would triple block if they attacked. Force them to have something here. Not gonna lie, I didn't realize this was each upkeep that this triggered until I cast it last game. That's good. Let's go ahead and smack down Charlie Brown. And we want to just main phase this so it starts popping off. The nice thing is the perpetual on this. So even if they like flicker this or bounce it to their hand or whatever, it's still going to continue to have that ability. Yep, we'll just go ahead and take the 2. Not going to waste my Deadly Dispute yet. They will get a trigger here, but that doesn't really matter. Either they can gain 2, which I assume they're going to do, or they can ping me for 2. Alright, so now we go land, Saravok, and we can actually turn this into the white one now as well, which gives the creature first strike. Since we have the planes in our hand that we can use next turn. But for now, we'll just pump up the spawn attack for 4 and hold up dispute, say go. Looking pretty good for us. I do have to... What's that Avernus called? Card called? The one that returns all creatures and planeswalker. I guess they only have one thing. Never mind, that's not even relevant. Guardian Naga. 5/6. As long as it's your turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to it. Okay. I mean, I guess we go for the big pump here. The black pump. Right? Well, wait, hold up. This would put 3 creatures in my graveyard for a huge pump. This would just give the creature first strike. And this would just give it trample. Yeah, we want to do the huge pump, so. Black, discard swamp. Randomly put my Ettercap into the graveyard, so now this pumps for 5. So now we can actually pump one of our Saprolings and attack for 6 with that. Crazy. Yeah, these Saprolings with the Saravaki are really, really nice. Like, it's not like they want to trade any of their creatures for a Saproling, but if they don't, they're taking 6. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. What's it gonna be, OP? Hello? What is this card called? Sea Tower Imprisonment. Oh, that's right. We denied them their creature that they would have gotten because we sacrificed it in response. Well, either I disconnected or they did. And by that I mean... Please don't do this. Anybody know a good joke? Besides my opponent? Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. Always, always. I want to give the opponent the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they had a power outage or something. So yeah, but for sealed, like I was saying, you want to be playing your most powerful cards. And so while I'm not playing whatever that wild is called or something, that red card, what is it? This thing, which is probably our best card or one of our top cards anyways, we are still playing the majority of our best cards, and obviously it's not super easy to splash a double red card. How much fixing is there in this format though? There's the 3-mana green spell that conjures one of those tap lands. There's Prophetic Prism. I think there's Pilgrim's Eye, right? There's the Lantern I have. All of the treasure producers. There's probably a decent, actually. Yeah, there is a decent amount of fixing in this format. So, I would imagine a lot of times it's probably going to be correct to go like 5 colors in this sealed environment. The question is, are you going to be daring enough to do so? What is this? I'm just gonna no block and take 9, I guess. Hopefully there's not a card that gives like double strike or something. Okay. Ow. That's decent. Play the Owl. Free combat. See what we draw. Okay, well. Kind of annoying here, but. So I tapped like that first because we don't have too many cheap white cards we could draw, and this way we can hold up the double black for Shambling Ghast plus the Deadly Dispute. Sure. I'm just gonna attack with the creature that gets pumped here. Okay, well. I don't know what they were doing. They clearly didn't fully disconnect, but... Don't be like that if it's gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? 2-0. Let's go to the next. On the game number 3. How are we looking? Ooh, probably cannot keep that hand. No white source for priest, except for dispute, which we don't have anything to sacrifice. 2 big ol' 6-drops. Yeah, we'll have to ship this down to 6. As sad as it be, it do be like that. If you wanted to be extremely greedy, you could keep this hand, but it's a little bit too much even for me. Although one mic in it off the top would be huge. Alright, what is everybody doing? Taking forever. Apologize, I should have patience, but after you've done a 8-hour stream, your patience, especially with the... I guess there's no chat to be impatient with, but... I hope they don't disconnect. Don't do me dirty. No, not like this! Okay, they kept. We'll go down to 6. Fantastic looking 6. Beautiful. Turn 2 prism, turn 3 spawn. Go from there. 2 mana 1/3, and that's the one that, again, I think sleight of hand is just a random keyword, but it's basically pay 8, draw 2, so. 2/1 flyer that gives creatures flying. I can stack artifacts with this, right? Yeah. Kills a creature with power 4 or greater. And pass the turn. Alright. Well, I am happy and content to do the same thing here. I don't know if they have a trick to do with 3 mana, or they just didn't give their Invoker flying, or maybe they don't want to trade 1 damage for 2 damage. Can't really get too much information off of that. Oh, that's the green card I was talking about that finds one of those tap lands. I think that card's really nice. Wow, they got a white source with it too. That's a little bit scary, because 1... they don't have a white source to activate it, but that means they have some white cards in their hand or in their deck. Okay, red, red, blue, green, green, white. What does it mean? I don't know. What? Jeez, dropping everything. Big ol' flyer. Did I put the stop in time? I did not. That's a pretty good draw, though. Well, shoot. After drawing this Styrian, I kind of want to smack in here, see if they block. And then maybe just play this out and ask them, can they deal with it? Because we get to ping them for 4 more here. Make sure we put that upkeep stop again so we can potentially Guiding Bolt. And then get a Scribe before we draw. What is this? Mephitz's Enthusiasm. 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker. If excess damage was dealt this way, note it. And then whenever... that's a really good card. 2 damage. Or sorry, 2 mana for 4 damage. Nice. Alright, let's go green, white, upkeep, Bolt. Those are both really good. I guess I'm at 9, so I don't need to worry quite yet. We want to pump the owlbear here instead of pumping the spawn and attacking with the spawn, because they could just double block the spawn. So yeah, we're probably gonna go for the black side of the specialize on this, just to get the uber pump since we have the trampling owlbear. Assuming our creature doesn't die this turn. That's a good start for us if they just have their own owlbear here. I guess I would have to discard one of my cards, though. Can I kill them? I assume I can kill them here. Alright, let's activate. Discard Deadly Dispute. Pump up our Trampler and smack out. Because they have to put a bunch of toughness in front of that. Yep, perfect. Then we go Sewer Plague on the owlbear, and that's trample lethal. Bingo, bango, bongo, baby. Nice. Nice and easy. 3-0. I assume the qualifier event or whatever is going to have the same model that it did previously, which is to say you can either play best of 1 or best of 3. They're going to be those two different options. They might be on different days. I think they were on different days last time they did these. But if you want to play best of 1, there's probably that availability, and then best of 3, there's probably that availability as well. So probably going to be up to you. Go to game number 4 now. We're on the play. Our hand looks fantastic. Minthara of the Absolute. Intensify! I took a mulligan down to 6. And we'll just play out our 2-2 for 2 here. If they don't have an early play, then maybe the ghoul gets in for a bunch of damage. Prosperous Innkeeper, sure. Good draw. Alright, we're gonna get to curve out here. I think it's gonna be better to go turn 2 Ghoul, turn 3 Spawn, and then turn 4 we can play the Prism plus Hold Up Dispute instead of going for turn 2 Prism. Sorry, turn 3 Prism, turn 4 Minthara. Oh, there's a Jaheira. Well, that can kill my Prism. It's a good draw. Yeah, I guess we have to Grim Bounty that then. It also gives us a treasure for next turn, which means we can Minthara that way. Oh, sadly, I would have to use the treasure to cast the Minthara, which then means the Minthara wouldn't get the intensity from this treasure going away. That was a slightly aggressive Grim Bounty, but I think that's probably worth killing. Pilgrim's Eye. So it is in the format, that's right, yeah. Fantastic card. Ooh, they got black. Alright. A lot of our recent opponents having all of those colors. I approve. I'll lead off on Prism, see what we draw. It's good. If they want to double block my Ghoul, I think I'm okay with that. Innkeeper's kind of annoying anyways. Yep, that's fine. Just gonna let that trade happen. And then go land pass. Myrim Sentinel Worm. 6/6 flying ward 2. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield in your control, create a token that's a copy of it. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I need to get into 9 mana for Meteor Golem. That's not bad, though. I can start shrinking that. Yeah, okay. Yikes. I was thinking about casting the Deadly Dispute end of turn, sacking the Prism, but I would still need quite a few lands for the Meteor Golem. We really need them to not play too many more dragons here. Even just one dragon would be a problem. Oh, that's fine. Oh, they have another Jaheira. Nice. So remember, Meteor Golem cannot target the Jaheira. He says to himself. Reroll attack for us because we have the treasure we can sacrifice and pump up our creatures. So do I want to dispute the treasure right now? I think I do. Nice. Like in Jaheira, maybe the Prophetic Prism, but we'd still have our other treasure that way. Our other white source that way. Okay, they get 2 copies of that. Dang it, that's what we didn't want to see. Another way for them to get huge value, but so be it. Alright, that thing's gone though, forever. And what do we got? When this dies, you may search your library for a dragon put in your hand. Jeez. That's super gross. That's going to be kind of hard to beat, it feels like. I think I'm actually going to activate our gate here. Okay, that wasn't bad. And just say go. I kind of hope they use their Bone Color Cleric to bring back their Myram. Because if they're not paying attention, remember, perpetual means that thing is locked forever as a -X, -X. I think they might be thinking about it. Nice. Oh, wait, they're getting the innkeeper. Never mind. I got excited for a second. I thought they were going to make the mistake. Sure. It's a good one. Let's play out the bear. Let's play at Servok. I wonder how many dragons they actually have in their deck. I still don't want to attack this turn to give them a free dragon to search for on their next turn. But we will probably get attacking next turn ourselves. Oh, it looks like they might have a way to punch my creature here. They have something they're thinking about. So yeah, right now we can only do the black specialize. What are you doing, OP? What kind of cards can they have here? I know there's that, is it band together? 2 creatures, you control, punch something. Maybe that's what they have. And they're just debating if they want to use the treasure or not. I don't know. Okay. Uber tank, nothing. They do have access to all 5 colors. What is going on? Is there some, like, disconnect bug going on right now? What the hell is this? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with mana value X or less from the grave. Jesus, that thing is insane. Well, good thing we have this for that. Holy smokes. Let's pump our trample creature, and I think now we smack out. So if they're not careful here, I can kill them with the Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Prophetic Prism and pumping up our Minthara again. Like, I think the quote-unquote obvious blocks are Muralists, the Muralists on Owlbear, and then the other Muralists on one of the pump creatures, the Saravok or the Minthara. And then they're probably going to throw Innkeeper in front of one of the other 4 powers, and probably take the hit for 4, which means they would take 8 damage total between Trample and the Unblocked, and then Deadly Dispute would add 2 more. Or they're just going to time out, because apparently all of my opponents enjoy timing out today. I don't know what's going on. They were going to be dead pretty much regardless of what they did, but I don't know if there's some weird disconnect bug going on right now, but this is kind of weird. Anyways, Goro, looking great. Let's just replicate this scenario in the qualifier, and we'll have a good time. On to round number 5. Starting off at a nice little 4-0. Our hand's a little bit slow, but remember, this deck doesn't have too many 2-drops. So, the only thing really detracting from this hand is that we're on the draw. But we do have a turn 3 Myconid into a turn 4 Owlbear, if all goes right. And hopefully the opponent doesn't come swinging out of the gates. Iconia! That's a good one. It's the 2-3 exile a card from the graveyard and then turns into a 3-4 that gives a creature... Yeah, it makes a duplicate of a creature that you eat with an extra ability, so that's a really solid 2-drop from what I've seen. Into a Gray Slad, they're going to immediately mill themselves 4. Good little combo there with the Viconia. Oh, you know what I just realized? I forgot to bring in the... Ooh, that's a good draw. Let's do that first. I forgot to bring in that card that draws X cards, deals X damage. So now we don't have to worry about the Viconia, because it's going to perpetually just have that minus ability. Probably should have eaten my graveyard card, but oh well. They do only have 2 creatures in their graveyard, so that Gray Slad is not going to be much of a problem once we just resolve this Myconid. Because of the 1/1 that we get. (4/4) enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among creatures, no creature. Okay, that's fine. Let's go with our Owlbear here. Into Ghast. Pass. Ghoul a great draw, because we can play the Ghoul, sack the Ghast to give the Slad -1/-1. We're probably going to hold on to the Swamp for the Saravok. I would guess is the right play. Alright, probably gonna get a green. Oh, no, they have red. Okay. So let's play out our Ghoul. And then attack for 4 here. And if they make a miss block, I can kill their Dragonhorn. Looks like they didn't, though. I wanted to see if they blocked with the Dragonhorn for some reason first, but this is still free since we have Trample. And then get the Usurper online, I think. There you go. What does the white one do again? First strike, okay. It seems like the baseline is just going to be to go for black on that one, just because it pumps up your creatures immediately by 3 additional. Like, Trample's actually pretty good too, but you need a few creatures in your graveyard already for that to really have much effect. Grim Bounty. All right. So easy sacrifice in response. They don't get a treasure. Pretty nice one. Yeah, I think it's worth casting this. See what's left in their hand. Jeez! No, thank you. Holy moly. I think I like attacking with all of these here. If they block the ghoul, I'll go ahead and block or sack the 1/1. If they just trade, that's good for us. And we're just gonna play out another 4/4 end of turn. So remember, I cannot draw with this unless we draw like our artifact. Oh wait, no, I have a bunch of treasure production. What am I talking about? Well, maybe not a bunch, but I have a decent number of ways to make a treasure. Yeah, that's what we're really hoping to find. Treasure producer here. Okay. People sleep on the Herd Gorger, but man, 6 mana 7/6 that gains some life. The card always tends to do good work. Make another specialized creature, yeah. Perfect. Play out the prism. Sacrifice, artifact, creature, land. Beautiful. And now we have 2 more ways to make a treasure. So yeah, this Baba Lysaga is pretty freaking great. Baseline 4 mana 4/4 with a huge ability. So nice. What you got, OP? Oh. Here I wanted to get some more value. We have denied them multiple treasure, though. That ghoul has stopped 2 different Grim Bounties from getting treasure, which is relevant because they have that gate. All right, let's go ahead and smack in for 7. I assume they're going to trade. Let's float black. Oh, I don't know why I didn't do this before attacking. If I draw Grim Bounty, that's really bad. It's pretty good, though. I didn't gain life that turn, did I? No. They can blow up my treasure now if they want to. I'd say we're pretty far ahead, though. What's it gonna be, friend? When this enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. Okay. So they didn't want to specialize first. I don't know if that means anything significant, but... Alright, let's go ahead and sack the treasure, draw 2 more. Beautiful. And that's GG. Attack them for 7, and then ping them for 7 with the Astarion. This card is nice. 4 mana, oh, sorry, 6 mana, 4/4 Death Touch Lifelink, which, with some pretty good abilities. Do we try bringing in that 7 mana sorcery now? I said I was going to try it. What's it called? Painful something? Eldritch Pact. Maybe play it over the Eder Cap. We'll give it a shot. I don't think it's good, but yeah. If there's ever a time to try it out, it's now, so let's do it. Okay, on to round number 6. Sitting at a healthy 5-0, and again, my hand is looking pretty juicy on the play. Couple of removal spells, couple of 3-drops, one of them ramps and fixes. Went with the turn 1 Gate of the Black Dragon. Into a 2/2 for 2. So because I didn't draw land here, I'm going to lead on the spawn. And that way they can't attack into us unless they do something, which if they're using a trick to kill my 2/3 or whatever, we're fine with that. Okay. Really just need to find 1 land and we'll be popping off. I've been really happy with this Myconid. This does a lot of work. Attacks or blocks each turn. You got it. Yeah, I'm just gonna owlbear here. Interesting. I think we're probably just gonna take a hit for 5. Ooh, they have double gate? That's really good. Those lands are so solid. This could be the +1/1 to all your creatures. I think what I like doing is forcing action here and then putting the owlbear on this. Because if they have the 5 damage or +1/+1 card, this kind of ruins their day. We don't mind taking 5. We don't want to block the spawn to one of these, because if they do have the +1/+1, it is a trade. Okay, they're using an indestructible trick. And +1/+1? Oh, wow. So maybe they thought I was going to block differently. Wow, okay, that was really bad for them and really good for us. Actually, I don't see any reason not to just run out the giant here. They have to have another trick in their hand, but this 7/6 straight up eats their Iron Golem if they don't do something. And I mean, we're at 20 life, so keep forcing them to make bad plays. This one's forced. Maybe they have a Grim Bounty. Okay. I have too much removal in my hand to want to trade my owlbear away here. I'm going to go ahead and upkeep Guiding Bolt for the Scries. Ghoul and Meteor Golem. We definitely don't need Ghoul. Meteor Golem is decent. And then we can go ahead and smash in here for 6. Yep, I knew they totally had that. Called it. We called that for sure. Oh, sacking the Meteor Golem does give you 2 different types for the Babala Saga, notably. I don't know. I kind of regret now killing that stupid 2/2. Probably didn't want to use that plague on that thing. I just didn't want them to gain 2 life on a free attack next turn, but it's probably loose. Sure, just Grim Bounty that. Rather we go Lantern into Grim Bounty. The opponent likes to say nice. Thanks. So this is like super expensive scry. Ooh, the Bone Collar, that one's good. And now the Babala Saga, if they don't have a removal spell, is going to take over the game. They need to kill it this turn, otherwise I'm going to get extreme value. Okay, they're just going to get their stupid double team creature back. Ah, that's too bad. Ooh, I will happily draw that one. Oh, you know what? Shoot. I should not have tapped Lantern there. I had the mana to pay for the Lantern. That was a mistake. Yeah, it's too bad. Oh man, and Death Toucher too. Well, we might lose now. And they have those 2 lands on the battlefield as well, so they get to go seeking. Yeah, good beats. I'm gonna have to attack with the Asterion next turn just to gain life. Prism. Put that on the bottom. Jesus. Really, really unfortunate here. Yeah, good beats, though. Good beats. So they can seek again with a land, or if they have 2 damage, we're just dead, or if they have a removal spell. So I think my punt this game was casting that Sewer Plague on their 2/2. That was the big mistake. We had a 2/3 on the battlefield, so there's just absolutely no need to do it. Okay, at 2. Sure. And that's not gonna cut it. We gain 3, we go to 5, and then we are dead. Good beats. I think that's on me. If I don't use that -2/-2 effect, I don't think we're ever losing that game. But didn't help that we kind of flooded out. And then there was that one turn where I activated that, or rather, the one turn where the auto tapper, I mean, it's not to blame, but it did do it. It tapped my lantern when I would have been able to use it. That felt like it should have been a win, but slight mistakes. Go to game number 7. Yes, great hand. Any hand with a turn 3 Myconid on the play is going to be a snap keeper for us. So they have a turn 2, 2/1 Death Touch. When it dies, if it wasn't blocking, draw a card. That's pretty good versus that. A mana dork that makes a 1/1. Pilgrim's Eye is nice. Ooh, yeah, and they're running 4 color. My opponents are very good at drawing all of their colors, huh? Our hand is very good, though. That's fine. So let's go ahead and, let's see, we have 5 mana. Attack with both of those. I guess let's get another Myconid online and go ahead and the Pulcher here. And we're going to go ahead and sack the Owl. I don't think it matters significantly, but now it doesn't have the permanent -2/-2. It currently only has -1/-1 permanently. So it would technically live on the turn that I like recast it or something, but I don't think there's a way for me to get it back anyways. They played out a 5 mana 3/3 flyer. It's fine. These do again. White is first strike. We just want to go for the black always. I don't have a black card I want to discard this turn though. So let's go Priest here, see what we draw, and then play Baba La Saga. That's good. Pass. We can use the Grim Bounty to get a treasure, assuming the Baba doesn't die here. Okay. That's a good one as well, damn. That is a really good one. So I'm gonna Grim Bounty the dragon. Use the treasure to play the Minthara. And then attack with everything. So if I sack a Myconid right now, I can get in for 2 extra points of damage, but I don't think we need to do that. But if they don't have a removal spell for this, we are just going to go super wide. So we'll go with Saravok. And we'll do the green version here to give trample. And smack out. Sure. Guess I could have left back the Minthara, but seems like we're still in pretty good shape. Now, if they draw another removal spell for our Saravok, then we're gonna have a problem. None of their creatures are super relevant here. And I think that's just game over, right? Yep. Super trample here. This gives +5/+0 and trample on any of my creatures, so good enough. Okay, 6-1 on to hopefully the final game. And I think I should be 7-0 right now. Slight punt and a slight auto tap situation in the one round that we lost. But otherwise, just been cruising along, no problem. Game number 8, sitting at 6-1. How's our hand look? Pretty good. Turn 2 Prism, turn 3 removal spell, turn 4 potentially Baba Yaga if we want to run it out immediately. This is probably more of a card you want to sandbag till later though. Just because if it gets left unchecked in the late game, it will just win on, you know, by itself. But I suppose if I have nothing else to do on turn 4, that might still be the play we go with. Priest of Ancient Lords, good. Oh, there's the Eldritch Pact. Well, we'll see if we get to do some pacting in this game. What did I cut? The 2/5 Flyer Killer? I assume a 2/5 with Reach versus a white deck and a red deck would have been pretty good, but we'll find out. 2/4, pumpable. When it dies, note its power. Okay, I actually don't remember how this works. I think minus effects might actually make the Dragonborn Immolator neuter the next card they play. But maybe it doesn't work like that. Oh wow, Craving. Sheesh. Yikes. That's brutal. Well, I hope this owlbear trades, because we are going to get wrecked by that otherwise. But yeah, any pump or removal here and it's going to be a bad beat. What does this do? Exile a creature an opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield. My god. We are getting wrecked. Jeez. Yeah, we're losing bad. Okay. Play out the Myconid as an extra blocker. Let's go block here. Dispute. Make an extra token. Take 3, go to 7. Grim Bounty. That's a big help. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we're looking fine again. Grim Bounty this. Gets back my owlbear. Draws an extra card. Perfect. Then I think this is the turn we want to resolve another 4/4. Instead of another Myconid. That makes it a lot harder for them to attack with more than just like the 5/4 and the 4/4. Feels like if we do cast Pact, it's not going to be on ourselves this game, but they're at 31 life, so this is going to be a... Wow, they have another one of those things! Okay, so Chump, Chump. Yeesh. Chump chump trade. That turns into a 7/6. Keep our Baba Yaga. Priest, see what we draw. Okay, then we go Lantern into Myconid. This is still really good for us. We have a lot of chumps. Chump, chump. Baba Yaga, creature, artifact, land. Draw 3 cards, they lose 3 life, I gain 3 life. Oh my, that is big beans, baby. Oh, whoops. I sacked the wrong one. I gave them 5 extra life. I'm silly. Made a mistake there, clearly. Okay, yeah. We're stabilizing big, though. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's play the Asterion out. And pass. Yeah, we're crushing them now. They should be at 33 instead of 38, but we are definitely crushing them. I think we don't care about this. I think we care about the lifelinker more. So what I'm going to do is chump this here. Sacrifice the token, the artifact. I guess we want to scry 2 first. Kill this. That's good. Hey, they're over it. Yeah, no, our deck was about to pop off super hard there. That Baba Yaga card is amazing. And then with the Asterion, we were going to be like draining for 6 or... Yeah, lots of good stuff was going on. So, honestly, I probably should have 7-0'd with this, but I punted and then got wrecked as a result. But yeah, that was a fantastic sealed. Like I said, in sealed, you want to try to play your most powerful cards. So, Priest of Ancient Lore, obviously great. Splashing Removal's good. Asterion's nuts. Baba Yaga was insane for us there. Minthara was good. So yeah, just 3-color, good fixing Abzan cards. That was fun. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit about this. I know I didn't spend too much time on deck building, but just know that with so much fixing in the format, and there is a lot of fixing, don't be surprised if you should be playing 3, 4, even 5 colors in this format, like a lot of my opponents were doing, and I think that might have been correct for them to do so. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully this is good practice, or at least you're getting some information and insight into the qualifier that's going to be happening this weekend. But until next time, see you back.